Good morning and happy Sunday. I know some of you are still in bed, and I was happy to sleep in till 4:30 this morning. But I wanted to jump on here as I've been being disciplined to do a video every day and hoping you're following along as I spread thoughts and love and encouragement. And I took yesterday off. And so I wanted to greet you early this morning and say good morning and happy Sunday. I hope your Sunday is full of calm and rest and peace and love. Today would be the 32nd anniversary of losing my brother. And he was so young. He was 22 years old, just a baby, but married with a little boy. And life was a bit overwhelming for him in so many ways. And he is a big part of my purpose and my focus and my drive on the hard days of why I do the work I do to help people talk about mental health and depression and being overwhelmed and sadness and addiction, and particularly men feel safe to talk to me or to get the help they need to deal with depression and hopelessness that my brother didn't have and didn't know life got better. I certainly miss him every day. It's been 32 years since we lost him. But I also honor this day as a way to celebrate his life and to honor all young men out there that struggle with depression or being overwhelmed, feeling hopeless, inadequate, or unloved. And so this sacred day is sacred to me. So I come to you with that. The second thing I wanted to talk about this morning was love. And this whole week, I have been celebrating my birthday. So yesterday was my birthday, but I've been celebrating the whole week. And the reason for that, or what I was thinking about in it and what I want you to think about, is that love of ourselves. What does it look like to celebrate ourselves and to love ourselves? And there's lots of different ways to do it. Thank you to all of you that shared how you like to celebrate your birthday and your birthday week. But for me, I knew I was turning 55, and I've been pretending to be 28 for many years, partially because I like to be the exception and be different. And everyone else says they're 29, so I'm like, I'll be 28. Also, it's the year that I was 28 or 29, had just turned 29 when I got married. So I was 28 single. And this year, as my birthday was approaching, and I was thinking, wow, you're going to be 55. In senior communities, 55 is considered a senior. At McDonald's, 55 is a senior. At Perkins, at Denny's, many restaurants, once you're 55 or older, you can order off the senior menu. And I do not feel like a senior at all. But this year I decided, what if? So what? Embrace being 55. Like 5 plus 5 is 10. Once every 10 years, we get to be a perfect 10. So embrace it and love it. Be a perfect 10. So I am 55. I can get discounts places if I want it. I certainly don't feel old, and nor do I think 55 is old. I plan to live to 106. And so I thought, I am going to embrace this birthday like no other. I'm going to celebrate it. I'm not going to be sad about it. So I'm like, okay, I'm turning 55. What would be the greatest gift I would want or could give myself? And I realized the gift of self-care, the gift of what I teach other people to do and that I sometimes do and sometimes to forget to do. So I started last week and I was like, I'm going to do something healthy every single day this week. So I went for multiple walks. I cooked more vegetables. I ate healthier. I did my workout videos again. I looked for Groupons to find fun experiences to do with Greg. So to work on being healthy in my marriage, I planned a bunch of date nights this week. So the first date nights, I didn't tell him what any of them were. He's like, where are we going? I'm like, it'll be fun. And we sat in traffic for an hour to go sit in a box about this big at negative 161 degrees. So I guess if you're a professional athlete, you can get to negative 300 for 3 minutes with the window closed. We both made it 2 minutes at negative 61. But it was a cool, different experience, and I found a deal on it. The next day, we got pedicures. And again, I found a deal, and we both got pedicures together, and that was great. The next day, he did a facial and I did a massage. And then the day after that, I did a massage and he did a facial or something like that. And then we went for a walk on the beach together. And then we kind of made some plans of what we want to do to be healthy and stay healthy. So that was the second part, was plan some healthy activities that I wanted to do to take care of myself, whatever that is for you. Having quiet time, scheduling a half hour, doing something active. And yes, spa treatments can be very expensive. But if you look at Groupon or look at new open businesses, there's often deals, and there are ways to implement a variety of trying new gyms or trying new treatments to take care of yourself and be healthy. The other thing that I decided to do was yesterday, Greg and I were going to go to breakfast. And all of a sudden I was like, what do I really want to do? What feels like self-care? What feels healthy? And I'm like, you know what? I want to sit on my lanai, look at the ocean, listen to the waves, and drink an extra cup of coffee. I don't even drink coffee every day, but have 2 cups of coffee. So I sat on my lanai and just responded to all the love that I was getting. I decided I would just sit in a posture of receiving. Do you ever sit in a posture of receiving? And I was like, I am going to receive all the love that people give me. And not only am I going to receive it, I'm going to return it. So I took in all the love. And so I got so many messages through Facebook and LinkedIn. And I thought, I don't want to just like them. I want to love them. I want people to feel that I have received the love, but that I'm also passing the love back to them, like in a circle. So I was really thinking intentionally about love yesterday, about how there was a season in my life that I did not feel loved or lovable. And yesterday I got up in the morning and I'm like, oh my gosh, I am so loved by so many people. Like, people love me and I love myself. And that is so powerful, because especially for those of us that know sadness and have had seasons in our life where we felt unworthy or unlovable, or unloved, to sit in a posture of like, I am loved and I love me and I will receive love. And so all week long, I have been receiving love. I have been getting cards and random gifts that aren't even birthday related, from just people that think of me when they think of pineapples, or see something and think of me and have sent me that gift of love or text or a card or encouragement or a video. And so I've just been receiving love. And as I've told you before, and I mean with all my heart, one of the greatest ways that I love is to give it back, right? And I met a woman this week, and we have come so far, Greg and I, since this hurricane. And I met a single mom this week, and she has 2 weeks available through FEMA at a hotel here. But then she doesn't know where she's going to go. She rented an apartment for 7 years. She didn't have renter's insurance. She didn't have car insurance. And many of the resources that were here right after the hurricane have left. So she's just very stressed, and has a 13-year-old and a 20-year-old son. And so I was able to just bless her this week, not completely bless her to the extent she needs, but I'm trying to find her some resources. And I was able to do some good stuff for her. And I just, man, there are so many hurting people, and it is such a joy to give, financially, emotionally, to listen to people's stories. I met so many fascinating, amazing, beautiful people this week. And I was saying to a girlfriend, stay open if you want to receive love, because you have to be open. You can't be shut down to let that love come in. So stay open to receive it. And once you start to receive it and believe you deserve it, it's so much easier to give it back. Not only love, but generosity and gifts and all sorts of beautiful things. And this week, like day after day, I was given these random gifts, beautiful gifts, words of encouragement, strangers approaching me saying positive things like, you have amazing energy, or you're this. This week, someone gave us on St. Patty's Day, gave me a random woman who I had not met, and I met in a parking lot as we were discussing the sadness and the beauty of this island right now, Estero Island, Fort Myers Beach. And she ended up giving me a ticket to the pirate ship, and they had a St. Patty's Day celebration. And so Greg and I were able to go on that. And on it, I won 2 games, because I love to play games. And I won 2 drink tickets that I was able to give away. And so just blessed to be a blessing, blessed to be a blessing, love to be loving, over and over came to me. And so I can never thank you all enough for all the love that you have given me over the last year, all the support, all the encouragement. And I think about when I'm on Facebook in particular, and someone's sending me something, or I see something I like, I'm like, I don't want to just like it. I want to love it, because what I feel like when I love it instead of like it is that I'm literally paying attention to it, appreciating it, loving it, and then sending that love back to whoever posted it. And that might seem silly to you, but man, I'll tell you what, love changes things. It changes you and it changes the people you interact with. And I think that love can literally heal and change our world. As I encountered so many different people and listened to their stories this week, I thought, when you feel overwhelmed, it's easy to feel unloved. When you feel lost, when you feel left, when you feel unseen and undervalued, it's easy to feel unloved. And I just want to say thank you for the love, because you all love me. You allow me to love myself and to love others. So thank you for that from the bottom of my heart. And this week I was thinking, I love teaching people to be the pineapple person. I want you all to be pineapple people. I want you to take pictures of all the pineapple stuff you have in your home and send me the pictures of how you're being a pineapple person. But yesterday, as I sat on my lanai and as I sat in my bed last night and read all the love notes on Facebook and LinkedIn and text, I thought, man, do I feel like my life is filled with pineapple people, people that see me, that value me, and that are so sweet to me. And so I just thank you for the love. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for celebrating my birthday of 55, which I have a great sense of humor. And I believe that every 10 years, you get to be a perfect 10. And this is my year to be that, because 5 + 5 = 55. Do I feel old? Absolutely not. I will live to 106 and I will be healthy and happy and loving toward myself and others. But this morning, as I was laying in bed and returning the love to some people that had loved on me, this is what came up. So every morning I try to start my day with the verse for the day and then 3 devotionals, one usually about my relationship, one about patience, and one about weathering the storms or something, variety. But today's verse of the day was, if I give everything I own to the poor and even go to the stake to be burned as a martyr, but don't have love, I've gotten nowhere. So no matter what I say, what I believe, and what I do, I'm bankrupt without love. Love never gives up. Love cares more for others than for theirself. Love doesn't want what it doesn't have. Love doesn't strut. Love, it doesn't have a swelled head, doesn't force itself on others, isn't always me first, doesn't fly off the handles, doesn't keep score of sins of others, doesn't revel when others grovel, takes pleasure in the flowering of truth, puts up with anything, trusts God always, always look for the best, never looks back, but keeps going to the end. 1 Corinthians 13:7. I just loved that it was about love this morning. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so perfect, because I'm thinking about love. And then a second verse was, the one who blesses others is abundantly blessed. Those who help others are helped. And I just was thinking, oh my gosh, this is so fitting. Like, I so feel blessed to be a blessing. I so feel loved to love others. And one of the other ones was, anyone who meets a testing challenge head on and manages to stick it out is a mighty fortress. For such a person's loyalty in love with God, the reward is life and more life. And I was thinking about the hurricane and like how far we've come in the last, I guess it's been 6 months now, right? 6 months, September 28th. And now we're at March 19th. But I was thinking, man, just how far we have come and how blessed we have been. And now we still see so many people hurting. But we know that there was one other one I wanted to read to you, because I thought it was really good. But where did it go? I don't know. I thought it was about something about marriage. Okay, I'll give you one more. It's Sunday morning, so we get a couple extra sermons, and I know this is our scripture, so I know this is long, but why love matters. It's satisfying feeling to do something you're good at. And God created each one of us with talents so that we might become who he calls us to be. Some of us are good at good communicators. Others are good at offering solid wisdom. But all of us have talents that can be used for God's glory. In 1 Corinthians 13, Paul emphasizes that without love, our God-given gifts cannot be used to their fullest potential. Paul even suggests that if we can be the most talented people in the world, but if we don't have God's love in our hearts, our words and deeds are essentially meaningless. Love is considered the greatest of all characteristics because its positivity impacts everything, including how we use our gifts as in response to God's love. When we know God's love for us, we can have the faith to trust that He is who He says He is. He is and does what He promises to do. God created faith, hope, and love so that we would continuously trust in His ability to restore the world to its best. He also created these things because when we use our gifts and confidently expect they will be used for eternal purposes, He honors our trust and moves powerfully through us. So take a moment to process where you have tangibly seen God's love at work in your life. Then ask God to reveal how you can exemplify love to others this week. I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you listening. I am here to encourage you, to love you, to answer your questions. I'm so grateful also that this scripture today comes from Paul, because my brother Paul, it is the anniversary of his taking his life, feeling hopeless. And I am here to remind you that in all the hard and in all the challenges, there's always, always hope. You might not feel like it. You might not see it, but reach out, seek some encouragement. Listen to positive music, turn off the news, listen to positive videos, be the positive. And when you're feeling down, one thing that brings me the most joy is go find someone that has it worse than you and serve them, love them, encourage them. Because when we ask, why me, God? Why is this happening? Whether we believe or not, I hear people say, why me, God? I think, why not me? We're all going to go through hard stuff and beautiful stuff in our life. I guess the choice is, will we look for the good in the hard? And will we be the good in someone else's hard? May God bless you. May you have peace and healing and hope today. And may you take a moment to love on someone who is feeling hopeless and lost on this beautiful Sunday. The sun is not up, but I am here to bring you sunshine. God bless, and thank you for helping make my birthday week one of the best weeks in a long, long time. Thank you.